A developing story right there. I'll give you more details as and when we get it. But meanwhile, Maendeleo ya wanawake is giving a statement on the chaos that were witnessed in Murangá. Let's cross over and listen in.
It hurts the mothers, the youth and children. Secondly, we call on the church leadership to cease allowing political rallies in church. I have said it before, and this is not acceptable. It is in churches where we go for solace and to commune with God, where politics should have no space. It is important to note that we hardly hear any sermon in churches today, and we all go to church. I'm an Anglican, and the main thing is to hear the sermon. We never hear sermon anymore. Politicians come to the stage, and we have to listen to them reading us the Bible instead of the preachers. It is not good. It is important to note that, okay, I've said about the churches. Then immediately after the services, we have these big crowds now these days who are waiting outside, forgetting that we are under COVID. You are in masks, mine is here, and we're asking ourselves, are we truly thankful to God? The work His Excellency has done on COVID, and Sir, Your Excellency the President, you have done a good job for Kenya. We look at you and you say, Maendeleo says, thank you. You have done a good job. It can be better, and we shall support going forward. Thirdly, with a lot of humility, I want to call on the Deputy President, regardless of what might have happened between him and His Excellency the President, and we said this a month ago, to find a reason to reach out to the President so that you talk to him without us seeing all the things we are seeing, whether it is in Jubilee Pangani, whether it is in all these churches. We know you've told us you did this journey from 202. There are some of us who are there from 202. We don't have to say it every day because God knows the good deeds we do, and also God pays. I also want to request the DP to sit back a little and to allow God to take over all His affairs, including the 2022 presidential bid. Humility in this journey will help you, Your Excellency, the Deputy President. Finally, I want to call on all political leaders to embrace the spirit of togetherness and desist from inciting Kenyans against one another. And indeed, it is the women and children who become victims. Sincerely, we are getting tired of these games. As I conclude, majority of us have seen what has happened in the US, those who are able to follow it on international media. We are worried because politicians have led from the front in rallies without masks. We sincerely thank His Excellency the President. Even in France, we saw how he conducted himself. Thank you, sir. We are concerned that these people can lead us to an unwanted spike when you have done such a great job and the Ministry of Health. We do not want to see these crowds without masks. It is not acceptable. I've just come from the village. People have dropped masks. And who is to blame? Politicians, but not the President. Maendeleo is totally behind you, sir. We have over 4 million members. We stand with you, whatever you want to achieve, whether it is in BBI or whatever else, Your Excellency the President, you want us to support you with. And we will stand with you in prayer as the President of this nation. And we hope that God will give you the wisdom, the grace, and the peace you need, especially at this time when you have so many people interfering with your leadership. But because God stands with you, sir, it shall be well, and it is well even today. Thank you. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, maybe if you can comment about
I want to apologize that, as you realize, we are not in the office daily under COVID and where some of our angels are. And that's why you see most of us also are not here, the national officials. On Pumwani, I must say that it saddened me that it had to happen. It saddened Maendeleo, but hurt me more that anybody would want to take pictures in a situation like that. Because ideally what would happen is any women around there would even cover that lady so that we don't have to see the kind of pictures we were trying to be shown. It was very unfortunate. We condemned it, but it should not happen again. People should make sure we do not go there. We were told, in fact, by the DP that all the medicals, and we know because Maendeleo was in the Linda Mama program launch in KICC, that the government pays for maternity. But I think what I condemn more is that anybody would find it fit to even want to go and look at that happening, a woman giving birth on the road. It is bad enough. In the olden days, that woman would have been covered. Of course, there were no cameras, and we would never even have been able to try to see what was happening there. So Maendeleo is very sorry about that. On the 2/3, I want to say it was a good thing, but at the wrong time. Because as 2017 was coming, mechanisms would have been put in place to make sure then this would have been actualized, according to me, by 2017. So yes, to the CJ, a good thing. We appreciate, we are thankful, but I think coming at the wrong time, because we are busy with so many other things. It's 2 years when His Excellency the President has to accomplish so much, surely. 2/3 also is not just Parliament is the one to give us all these mechanisms. So we feel that it was a good thing, but could have been done another time, a little earlier. But we can also take this opportunity and maybe prepare for this famous 2022 so that everything can be put in place towards the 2/3. We try to observe the same year in Maendeleo, and we can now consciously try in the institutions we are in, try and make sure we can observe the 2/3 of either gender. But my real concern today, I want to tell you, as I came from up country, people have dropped masks. It is very worrying and it is sad. We just need one spike in a village, and then all of us will be victims in hospital, and it is not a good thing. The government has spent so much money. The president has given it everything he had, the Ministry of Health. Kenyans, let us just do the right thing and continue with what we have to do. I'm sure you've seen how we observe that in Maendeleo. We wish the best. We have many other issues in the country. We know the poverty has gone up, and it is not because of His Excellency the President. COVID just found the world, all of us, planes are packed. And so let us be humane, let us be conscious, let's not blame one another for and politics. I don't think we were voting. I know Tanzania is voting this month, and I know US is voting in November 3rd, but Kenya is not voting until 2022. Let's not look for this power like there's nothing else we are doing. It will come. 2022 will find us, and God will make that decision after we have all done our campaigns, and He will give us a leader.
So right, there is the Maendeleo wanawake chairperson Rehab Mwikali condemning what transpired in Murangá over the weekend that led to the death of at least 2 people, and calling for justice, also urging politicians to desist from early politics for 2022 and adopt political maturity, and also urging political leaders to ensure that they adhere to the COVID-19 rules and regulations, the containment measures that have been put in place by the government through the Ministry of Health. But still on politics, as the power play in a Jubilee party continues, it is emerging that